Finally, the Batman movie that I have been waiting for. And it's incredible. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy X here, and I'm back with another video. Now, usually I don't talk about movies and stuff like that, like rarely and stuff, or if at all. I think like this is the first movie I'm talking about on my channel because, of course, I try to keep about game and stuff like that. But being a huge Batman fan and stuff like that, I got to talk about stuff like that because I just got home from seeing The Batman. A movie that just came out and stuff like that. I just want to talk about it and stuff like that. So real quick, it is going to be spoilers because there's so much I want to talk about and I can't tiptoe over anything. So this is a spoiler review. So if you have not seen it, go check it out and stuff like that. Go check it out and go see it and stuff like that. It is fantastic, especially either in IMAX or I saw it in this thing called Dolby Cinema. Highly recommend that and stuff like that. If you want the haptic feedback, like in your DualSense and stuff like that, it just makes you feel so immersed into the movie and stuff like that. But this movie has blown me away and stuff like that. This is a grounded Batman movie that I have been waiting for so long and stuff like that, and I think Robert Pattinson knocked it out the park and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and everything, but real quick, hold on, that's for the unboxing video stuff like that. Yes, I may when I was out watching a movie, I might have swing by and picked up a certain game stuff like that. A game that's probably getting a lot of praise stuff like that. A game that is kicking everybody's ass and it's hard as hell. I might have picked up a little game stuff like that, but I'll talk about that in my other videos stuff like that and do my unboxing and stuff. But this right here, we're just focusing on the Batman and stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, make sure you out so much. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you get notified if I upload below a video. Without further ado, let's get right into this movie review. So the Batman and stuff. I guess this is a spin-off from the DCEU version of Batman, like Ben Affleck and stuff like that. I never really liked Ben Affleck's Batman like that. He's not a bad Batman, but the Batman in the DCEU didn't really dive into what made Batman and stuff like that. Because we look at Batman, a lot of people look at him as dark and gritty, which he's supposed to be, but not to like a level which he's like doing. So basically, it's like when the other Batman's movies, when he was Bruce Wayne, he was just like pop bottles, hanging out with models and stuff, flex his wealth. This Batman is not like that and stuff. When he's Batman and Bruce Wayne, he's the same person and stuff like that. You can see that, but basically starting off, the atmosphere. I'm gonna start off with that. The atmosphere in this movie, they nailed. Gotham City is dark. It is gritty. It is crime rid. It's falling apart. There are corrupt cops. There are corrupt politicians. There are corrupt. It's corruption everywhere, and they dive so deep into it and stuff like that. Just starting right out the gate, stuff like that. You can see it with the shots, stuff like that. Of of course, like New York, but it's Gotham and stuff like that. Just the shots, just the decay and stuff like that, and the debris, the violence, the crime, stuff like that. It's unsettling, which it should be. Now, I know some people complain about, oh, it's a little bit too unsettling, too graphic, but it needs to be that way. I wish this movie was rated R because it was looking like they was trying to go for that R, trying to push limits of the PG-13 rating and stuff like that, but they should just make it rated R and stuff like that, because some of the stuff that they were showing in it and stuff is crossing that line and stuff like that. So hopefully the next movie is rated R and just go all out and stuff like that. But basically, atmosphere is great and stuff like that. You know, it gets you real tension, stuff like that. Now let's talk about Batman himself. Now, of course, when Robert Pattinson was cast to be as Batman, people was like, "Oh, I want that Twilight vampire, that sparkly vampire playing Batman. He can't do it." Now, he's been trying to get away from that for so long, and he had proven himself to be a great drama actor, stuff like that, in his other roles. So I had no worries about him being the Batman. But when I heard that this is taking a more darker tone, stuff like that, because Batman's story is dark. It's supposed to be dark and gritty, and just solely focused on Batman, not him flying around fighting aliens, or he's literally under Superman's wing, like, come on Bruce, and stuff like that. No, it's just him. It's just him. Focus on him, stuff like that. All alone. No Flash, no Wonder Woman. It's just him and stuff like that. And of course, I love that because that's how it should be and stuff like that. But it's just that he's more grounded and stuff like that. But as a performance, I think that he nailed it, stuff like that. I know a lot of people didn't find it. People will have their own different opinions about it, stuff like that. People said that he's too, shun and quiet and stuff like that. People want him to be more like vocal and stuff like that. I think that he nailed it, because if we're dealing with Batman, his background is tragic. So people that deal with tragic or come through, dark paths have social anxiety, have depression, have isolation, stuff like that. They shield themselves away from, the outside world and stuff like that. And I think that he nailed it on that part and stuff like that, because when either when he's Batman or Bruce Wayne, stuff like that, he's the same character, stuff like that, very quiet and stuff like that, very away from the public eye. I think that they finally get that and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be dark, it's supposed to be gritty, stuff like that, because he's right now he's run by vengeance and stuff like that. He's new to it. I'm so glad that they didn't do the Batman story and stuff like that, or the Batman origin story again, because everybody and their grandma already knows stuff like that, how Batman became Batman, stuff like that. We didn't need to see an origin story from him. I'm glad that they just jumped 2 years into when he was doing it, stuff like that. So there he is. He has, the city the city is falling apart. The cops don't trust him and stuff like that. But and he's battling with his own demons and stuff like that, and on his own conscience, saying, "Is it worth staying in the city? Am I making a change or whatever?" And it's just incredible, stuff like that. So here's about his Batman stuff. I love it. And he brings that energy that was missing, stuff like that, especially with the combat and stuff. The whole combat element and stuff like that. When he was fighting those in those fight scenes, stuff like that, are great and stuff like that. The fight scenes, like, it's been a long time since Ben Affleck's Batman and that little cargo boat scene, stuff like that we actually had good fight scenes with Batman, stuff like that. So kudos to that, stuff like that. I love that. But overall stuff, I have no complaints. He really nailed the character and what it's supposed to be. A more down to earth, grounded Batman story, stuff like that. Because here we go again. Batman is the world's greatest detective. People forget about that and stuff. This movie finally brings it to light. I'm so happy, because for so long, movies just been skipping over that part and stuff. And he's just, sitting behind his back computer and scanning stuff. No, he's in the field. He is on the ground, boots on the ground, stuff like that. He's in the crime scenes. He's looking. He's scanning. He's picking up clues. And here's going. I'm just gonna roll into my next subject: the Riddler. Finally, the Riddler has gotten some love for so long and stuff. It's been I think since Jim Carrey's Riddler, and I think what was that, Batman Forever? I can't remember and stuff like that. Finally, because people say, "Oh, what's Batman favorite oh, I love Batman, and people ask, oh, so what's your favorite villain by him? The Joker, the Joker, the Joker. It's always about the Joker, stuff like that, and the Joker's golden and stuff like that. But I love how Riddler gets to shine in this movie, stuff like that. Off the bat, he is creepy. He's unsettling. He makes you, you know, just clench up in your seat and stuff like that. To the way he speaks and presents himself, to the riddles and the puzzles. The puzzles nailed it. They nailed what Riddle should be and stuff like that. Give Batman mind games. Play mind games with his victims, stuff like that. Play riddles, put clues, stuff like that. And Batman being a detective, and sometimes he just putting the pieces together, going to this place, talking to this guy, beating up this guy, or going to this place, if I'm trying to put the clues together. I know a lot. I know that's gonna turn off a lot of people, stuff like that, because they want to see Batman fighting aliens and stuff like that. But for hardcore Batman fans and stuff like that, this is a movie for you. This is the movie for you. This is what the grounded movie is. And the Riddler as himself, as a character, I thought that they was going to mess him up and stuff like that, or he wasn't going to be in the movie too much, stuff like that. He's in it, a good chunk, stuff like that. Sometimes he's not, but every time he's on screen, every time he speaks, stuff like that, it's just captivating. I don't know who's the actor that played him, stuff like that, but it was incredible, stuff like that. And that jailhouse scene when him and Batman are talking, stuff like that, you could just that scene, I was like, it just in my chair. So, Batman, the Riddler, fantastic and stuff. Just I know the movie's 3 hours long and stuff like that. I know people say, oh, that's too long. Yes, at times it was getting a little drawn out and slow, like, alright, and stuff like that, okay, slow scenes, stuff like that, it could have been trimmed down a little bit, but from start to finish, I was captivated. I was never bored. I was never like, oh my god, when is it going to end? From start to finish, I was gonna, I was captivated, stuff like that. Catwoman. Now, of course, we saw in the trailers and stuff like that, her being in the movie, but I think that she's a standout and stuff like that. She shows real emotions and she really cares, and the chemistry between her and Bruce and stuff like that is great, because she's out for revenge over her fallen friend and stuff like that. And same as Batman, so they just like feel each other, have this like love-hate like relationship and stuff like that. They fall off with each other, then they fight, they don't fall off with each other. So it's just it's just great stuff like that. And she's great stuff like that, kicks ass. It's Catwoman, stuff like that. You can't go wrong. Just Catwoman doing her thing, stuff like that. And I think her and Batman has great chemistry and stuff like that. Don't know that she's gonna be in movies. Probably she will, stuff like that. But she nailed it but she nailed it as also stuff. The action scenes. Now this is where I was captivated. Now, real quick, if you're seeing this, I'm just in regular, not IMAX, not Dolby Cinema. You're seeing regular? Please don't. At least see it in Dolby Cinema if your theater supports it, stuff like that. If your theater supports it, go see it in there. The action scenes will be 10 times better if you just see it in a regular theater, stuff like that. Trust me, believe, stuff like that. After seeing every movie at Dolby Atmos or IMAX, I never went back to the regular sound, stuff like that. Just the explosions, just to the fight scenes, you can feel every punch, kick, and stuff like that. Glass breaking, the car chase scenes and stuff like that were fantastic, stuff like that. I think that car chase scene stuff was fantastic. Now, when I saw the Batmobile, not gonna lie, in trailer I was like, is that a muscle car and stuff? But in the movie, it looks so much badass and stuff like that. I just like how they went grounded with it, stuff like that. You know, he doesn't have this high tech, futuristic, car or the Batwing and stuff like that. Well, at least I'm not yet, but he has a basic car, but of course that car is a tank and stuff like that. So I love the Batmobile for what it is, stuff like that, and that car chase scene, and stuff. But the action scenes and stuff like that, the CGI, I don't know if it was CGI and stuff like that. I think for some scenes and stuff, really good and stuff. The action scenes help break up, the whole, detective moments and slow moments and stuff like that. It really just, helps you lift you up and stuff like that. So the action scenes, stuff like that, are really good. The fight scenes, the choreography, stuff like that. Where can you go wrong? Real quick, I don't know what armor he was wearing in the movie, but he was taking bullets, like auto rifles, machine guns, sniper rifle bullets. He even took a shotgun to the chest. I don't know what kind of armor plane he was wearing, titanium or something like that, but he was literally walking bulletproof. Like, they were literally emptying clips into him and stuff like that. So, but I kind of find that weird and stuff like that. At first, it was cool, but then it was just like, all right, like this man cannot be like shot or hurt and stuff like that. Well, of course, unless you shot him for the face, which I guess no one told the guys to aim for the head or face and stuff like that. But it's just funny. But I know it was kind of weird and stuff like that. But yeah, I can go on and on and on about this movie and stuff like that. But of course, how do I recommend it and stuff like that? I highly recommend it so much, stuff like that. If you are a Batman fan and know his backstory and want a grounded, grittier story of Batman, stuff like that, this is a movie from you. So from start to finish, you will be captivated. Now, again, my gripes, it is some pacing and stuff like that, issues, stuff like that. Some scenes do drag on a little bit, but from start to finish, you will be captivated. Batman, Amara Pattinson, he's a strong performer. Catwoman, the Riddler, hell, even the Penguin and stuff is great in this and stuff like that. Everybody did a fantastic job and stuff. So I can't wait to see this movie and stuff. So that's why I see it. But what do you guys think about the movie and stuff like that? Did you see it? Are you seeing it this week and stuff like that? Just let me know and stuff. And are you a Batman fan and stuff? I can't wait for the sequel, stuff like that, because it is separate from the DCEU. Thank God and stuff like that, because this right here is my new favorite Batman movie since The Dark Knight. And stuff, and that whole trilogy. This is my new favorite Batman movie and stuff. This period, stuff like that, where they actually get the character and stuff like that. And Wonder Woman or Superman to fight his battles for him, he's fighting the battle. He's in front of center and stuff like that. He's taking the blows and trying to save his seed that he loves and stuff like that. And finding out a lot of plots and twists and stuff like that. But yeah, I know I said it was gonna be a spoiler review, which kind of was, but of course I dived too much into it and stuff like that. But anyway, stuff like that. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you out the channel so much. Stay tuned for my Elden Ring unboxing. And until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.